Case Study 2. A Recurring Nightmare Part 2. Zoran. When we compare cultural interpretations with AI pattern recognition, we unlock a multidimensional approach to understanding a recurring nightmare. Each method offers distinct advantages, allowing us to integrate ancient wisdom with modern technology for a richer and more holistic interpretation. Here's how each approach complements the other. Cultural interpretations. Cultural perspectives offer profound insights rooted in mythology, spiritual beliefs, and traditional psychological frameworks, reflecting how different societies have understood and valued dreams for centuries. Symbolism and mythology. Cultures often see dreams as messages from spiritual realms or the subconscious mind. For example, Native American cultures might interpret the dark forest in the nightmare as a spiritual journey or a challenge from ancestors, while Chinese interpretations could associate it with an imbalance in qi or emotional life force. Western folklore might suggest that the chasing figure is a supernatural entity or dark force, spiritual or psychological guidance. Cultural interpretations often emphasize that the dream has a message for the dreamer, whether it's spiritual growth, resolving past traumas, or facing hidden fears. Recurring nightmares are seen as persistent messages urging the dreamer to pay attention to unresolved issues. For instance, the feeling of being chased could symbolize a deep, unaddressed fear in the dreamer's life, such as guilt, shame, or avoidance of responsibilities. Cultural richness. Each culture brings a unique lens to the dream symbols. For example, in Western cultures, being chased might represent evasion of real-life issues, while in an African context, the chase could be seen as a pursuit by an ancestor or a call to resolve a broken connection with the past. The richness of these interpretations adds layers of meaning that might not emerge through purely modern or clinical methods. AI pattern recognition. AI approaches the nightmare by analyzing patterns in symbols, themes, and emotions across large datasets. This data-driven method brings precision and personalization to dream analysis. Common patterns and themes. AI can quickly identify recurring symbols, like the dark forest or being chased, and compare them with thousands of similar dream reports. The AI would likely conclude that the feeling of being chased represents common emotional themes like anxiety, avoidance, or powerlessness. The AI excels at recognizing these motifs across diverse populations and suggesting how they might relate to waking life experiences. Emotional tone analysis. By analyzing the dream's emotional intensity, fear, dread, helplessness, the AI can pinpoint the specific emotional issues the dreamer is facing. For example, the increasing intensity of fear might suggest that the dreamer is becoming more overwhelmed by a particular situation in their life, such as escalating work stress or a personal conflict. Contextual insights. AI brings personalization into the dream interpretation. By considering the dreamer's specific waking life context, recent stress, relationships, or personal history, the AI can provide tailored insights. If the dreamer reports work stress, AI might link the nightmare's chase scene to feelings of being hunted by responsibilities or deadlines. The AI would highlight how recurring themes are often connected to unresolved waking life problems. The comprehensive understanding. By integrating cultural interpretations and AI pattern recognition, the dreamer benefits from a deeper, more nuanced understanding of their recurring nightmare. Cultural wisdom provides a symbolic and spiritual framework for understanding the dream's meaning. For example, a Native American interpretation might emphasize the need for ancestral healing, while a Chinese perspective could focus on balancing emotional energy. These interpretations encourage reflection on life's deeper meanings and spiritual dimensions. AI precision adds a data-driven, individualized perspective. It suggests that the dream could stem from anxiety or stress and helps identify specific areas of waking life where these feelings are manifesting. The AI also offers practical strategies for addressing these emotions, like stress management or confrontation of fears. By merging the symbolism and metaphor of cultural interpretations with the precision and personalization of AI. The dreamer can understand both the spiritual significance and the psychological mechanics of their recurring nightmare. This combination allows for a more well-rounded and actionable approach to resolving the emotional conflicts underlying the dream. You said, Case Study 3. A healing dream explored through Jungian archetypes and AI sentiment analysis. ChatGPT said, ChatGPT. In this case study, we will explore a healing dream through two lenses, Jungian archetypes and AI sentiment analysis. A healing dream often indicates that the dreamer is undergoing an inner process of recovery, integration, or transformation. By using these two methods, we can examine both the symbolic depth and emotional tone of the dream to provide a comprehensive interpretation. Dream description. I am standing in a vast field of golden wheat, bathed in the warm light of the setting sun. In the distance, I see a figure dressed in white, walking toward me. As the figure approaches, I recognize them as an older version of myself. We stand face to face, and the figure smiles gently, placing a hand on my shoulder. A sense of peace and acceptance washes over me. The dream ends as we stand together, watching the sunset. This dream clearly conveys a sense of healing, with its warm colors, peaceful emotions, and symbolic interaction between the dreamer and an older version of themselves. Let's dive into how Jungian archetypes and AI sentiment analysis would interpret this dream. Jungian archetypes. In Carl Jung's theory of the unconscious, archetypes are universal, symbolic patterns that represent different aspects of the human psyche. Jung believed that dreams are a direct communication from the unconscious mind, using archetypal symbols to convey messages about personal growth, healing, and individuation. Key elements of the dream can be explored through Jungian archetypes. The field of wheat, the Earth Mother archetype. The vast field of golden wheat represents abundance, growth, and nurturing, closely associated with the Earth Mother archetype. This archetype is linked to fertility, life-giving forces, and the nurturing aspects of nature. It suggests that the dreamer is in a phase of emotional growth or recovery, where they are reconnecting with the life-sustaining forces within themselves. The setting sun symbolizes the end of a cycle, possibly indicating the conclusion of a difficult period in the dreamer's life. It also represents the passage of time and the gradual process of healing and self-acceptance. The older self, the wise old man, woman archetype. The figure in white, recognized as an older version of the dreamer, corresponds to the wise old man, woman archetype in Jungian psychology. This archetype represents wisdom, guidance, and inner knowledge that come with experience and time. It suggests that the dreamer is integrating the wisdom of their past and future selves, symbolizing a deepening understanding of their life's journey and personal growth. The fact that the older self smiles and touches the dreamer indicates a moment of profound self-acceptance and reconciliation with past actions or decisions. This archetypal encounter represents the dreamer's acknowledgement of their own inner wisdom and the healing power that comes from accepting oneself fully. The sunset, the self archetype. The sunset can be seen as a symbol of the self archetype, which represents the totality of the psyche and the process of individuation, the integration of all aspects of the self. In Jungian terms, individuation is the process through which a person becomes whole by embracing both the conscious and unconscious parts of themselves. The dreamer and their older self standing together at sunset symbolizes the unification of different parts of the self, youth and age, past and future, body and soul. The sunset signals the completion of a cycle, where the dreamer has come to terms with who they are and is embracing their path forward with peace. Key Jungian insight. From a Jungian perspective, this dream reflects a moment of deep self-acceptance, healing, and integration. The dreamer is connecting with the nurturing forces of life, Earth Mother, receiving wisdom from their inner self, wise old man, woman, and moving toward wholeness, self archetype. This dream is a positive indication that the dreamer is experiencing emotional recovery and personal growth. AI sentiment analysis. AI sentiment analysis takes a data-driven approach by examining the emotional tone of the dream. It analyzes language and descriptions to determine the overall emotional state conveyed in the dream, identifying patterns of positivity or negativity and linking these to waking life experiences. Positive emotional tone. The AI would identify the dream's overall sentiment as highly positive, noting the use of words like golden, warm light, peace, and acceptance. These emotional cues indicate a sense of well-being and calmness, suggesting that the dream is reflective of a healing emotional process. Warm colors and light. The dream's description of the golden wheat and warm light creates a feeling of warmth and comfort. AI would recognize this as a common symbol of positivity, suggesting that the dreamer is in a good emotional state or is moving toward one. Peace and acceptance. The phrases "a sense of peace" and "acceptance" would be flagged as highly positive emotional states. AI sentiment analysis might link these feelings to recent experiences in the dreamer's waking life, such as resolving a conflict, making peace with a difficult decision, or coming to terms with a personal struggle. Themes of resolution and closure. AI can detect themes of resolution and closure by identifying symbolic elements, like the sunset, which often represents the end of a phase. This could indicate that the dreamer is resolving an issue that has been lingering in their life. The figure in white placing a hand on the dreamer's shoulder would be interpreted as a gesture of support or comfort. AI might link this to feelings of relief or emotional closure related to a specific relationship or event. The older self represents maturity and wisdom, and AI would likely associate this with a growing sense of self-acceptance in the dreamer's waking life. The analysis might suggest that the dreamer is feeling more confident and at peace with their personal decisions or future outlook. Personalized insights. AI can also take into account the dreamer's recent life experiences, such as overcoming a personal challenge, achieving emotional balance, or recovering from a difficult period. The dream's positive tone could be a reflection of newfound inner peace and a transition into a more stable, balanced state of mind. Key AI insights. AI would conclude that the emotional tone of the dream is strongly positive, associated with feelings of peace, healing, and closure. The AI might suggest that the dreamer has recently reached a point of emotional recovery and is embracing their future with optimism. It could also link the dream's symbolism to specific life events, such as overcoming stress, finding closure, or experiencing personal growth. Comprehensive understanding. By combining Jungian archetypes with AI sentiment analysis, we gain a fuller picture of the healing dream. Jungian analysis offers deep psychological insights into the dreamer's journey towards self-integration and healing, using universal symbols that represent the dreamer's relationship with their unconscious. AI sentiment analysis confirms and elaborates on the dream's positive emotional tone, highlighting themes of resolution and emotional recovery, while also personalizing the interpretation based on the dreamer's recent life context. Together, these methods provide a rich, multi-layered understanding of the healing dream, where the dreamer's inner wisdom and emotional recovery are in harmony. This integrated approach can guide the dreamer toward deeper self-awareness and continued emotional growth. By blending traditional wisdom with cutting-edge technology, you can offer readers a holistic approach to dream interpretation, making the process both accessible and insightful.